This is a load of new stock that I need to photograph for my shop. I do tend to let it build up while all the deliveries arrive because it's easier to kind of take all the photos in one go, but as you can imagine I'm going to have to do a lot of photography. Got loads of new washies coming. Got some simple ones like just cute little minty triangles and text, which as you know I love. This one is enormous. Look how tall that is. It must be about 4 inches, 3.5, 4 inches. It's beautiful. So it's got little like labels that you can just cut off whatever you want or tear it off. And I've got some animal print because I know some people like that. More text, some beautiful like cherry blossom type of thing. Got this one with some more metallic on it and just like geometric kind of cool shapes. And look how cute the bunnies are. And that's just got like little springtimey summer pictures on it. I've got tulips. How nice are they going to be when we have jars of tulips to put in our journals? And then this one, which I really like, it's little bits of text, but you can just cut each little bit out so it looks like you've got loads of different washies, and they'll be great for layering up with stamps as well. And then I've got a bigger gold dot. I do have tiny gold dots, and that one, I've just noticed that's, what is that? It looks like sweet pea flowers, but the rest of it doesn't look like sweet pea, but they are sweet pea flowers and other flowers, unidentifiable flowers. So they'll be really pretty. That is a stamp. Isn't that beautiful? A little moon, crescent moon. These are stickers. They're all like, I don't know what you would call that, like stars and moons, and just really calming little pictures on those ones. I've got new stamping blocks, and I've now got a really big one for any large stamps that you've got. I've got some new pens. These are all fine liners, really nice writers. Don't know if I'll get that. Just all black but really fun colours. So I'll be selling them singularly, so you can just choose whichever colour you like, but they are so fun. And these stickers are gorgeous. They're like tarot zodiac stickers, really stunning and metallic, but they'll be good for so many different things. It's like, that's just a, I think, is that a compass? I thought that was a compass, but I don't know, maybe it's something more to do with the tarot, but just be so nice on so many journal pages, even little hummingbird, and there's zodiac signs in there as well, and some really large ones which will be so nice on journal pages. And then I've got some fun bright stickers as well. So I'm going to be a busy bee getting all this photographed and uploaded into my shop, and I've got more orders that I'm waiting on as well to come in, so keep an eye out on my shop. There will be lots of new stuff happening this month. Hi, it's Wednesday the 2nd of February, and I thought that it would be a good idea to sit down with you today and show you what I've been working on, because my crafty mojo seems to have returned, so I have embraced that. I've got quite a few things to show you here. I've just piled them up next to me so that I don't have to go rooting about for them. I'm Rachel, by the way, and I run Sorry Me, which is a crafty business and a supplies shop. You can find me on Etsy, where I am Sorry Me UK, all one word, and I'm also on Instagram as Sorry Me. I started off as a handmade business making craft storage supplies, and now I have ventured out into all kinds of supplies for journaling and paper crafting and sewing and knitting and crocheting and all sorts of things. So if you're looking for anything, then pop along and have a little look, because I think my shop is like a little treasure trove these days, and it's full of really useful little bits and pieces. And there is something for everyone, so go and have a wee look. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I don't know where to start because there's quite a few like new, exciting, well not new, but exciting progress. Exciting progress to show you. Let me start off with my Christmas socks, because over December I just did not have the mojo for knitting on my Christmas socks, which is a shame because I was so excited to use the yarn that I got because I think it's just stunning. So this is a yarn I used. It's got a sparkle to it which you can't quite see, and it's by Hedgerow Yarns, and I think it's called Fairy Lights. So I had cast these on already using a really bright pop of neon pink, and I knew I wanted to do a really bright contrast heel and cuff, heel and toe. But I don't know about you, but as soon as I get anywhere near having to add in a heel and actually do some hard work, I just put it off. So put it off for ages, and eventually a couple of weekends ago pulled out all my little scrappy bits of yarn to find something contrasting for the heel, and I managed to find something perfect. I found this bright blue mini skein that I've no idea what it was, didn't have a label on it, but I think it goes perfectly, and I love the contrast between the pink and the blue, both of which are like in the sock as well. I managed to get pretty good matches. So I've done the heels on both socks and knit 2 at a time. So I just did 1 heel at a time. It's quite easy because you just knit to the first heel and you can just push the second sock aside and just knit solely on the first heel, and then finished that one and then moved on and did the second one. So yeah, Fish Lips Kiss heel, which is dead simple. I don't even know why I put it off. It's so easy. So I've done the heels and I'm now about an inch or so past the heels, and I'm just now onto the what will be the foot. I get confused because normally I do toe up, but I decided to do these cuff down so I could have the exciting pop of the cuff to start with. So yeah, these are just a nice simple knit. These are the String of Lights sock, which is by Sock Witchery, and it's a really nice simple rib, but it's got a little bit of interest to it as well, a little bit of texture in the rib there. So that's really nice to work on, but I have found that because I have to pay attention and count, that I just was struggling to do these and watch TV and things at the same time. I can't concentrate and count at the same time. So that's why I don't think I knitted them on them in December so much. So in future I must just remember to do a plain vanilla sock for December. So yeah, I've been working on them a bit more lately. So yeah, just the feet to go, and I'm a UK size 5, so I don't need to knit too much of the feet. And then I'll get to the toes, and I think what I will do is just use the pink and the blue again for the toes. I don't know if I'll have enough. I don't really know how much you need for toes. There's not a lot there, but even if I start with one of the colours, and then yeah, I'll just start them with the pink, and if it runs out I'll just add in the blue. Don't have a problem with that. I've got plenty of the blue left, so yeah, just go with that. That's the blue there. It's really lovely colour. So yeah, I actually would really love to have more neon in my future, so anybody has any neon scraps, I would be really interested in maybe doing a wee swap with you if you would like some scraps in return. I can either send you fabric scraps or I can send you yarn scraps. I've got a lot of sort of pastels, pale ones and mid-tones. I do have a few brighter ones as well, but I don't have any neons, but I would really like some. So if you've got anything kicking about, whether it's solid, speckled or whatever, then yeah, I would be interested in doing a wee swap. So get in touch with me if that is you. I got some of these, I don't know where all these have come from in the past. I did manage to buy some scraps, like little bits from someone's D-stash at one point, and there were a few really great bright bits in that, but I want more. I've got a couple of, I think it's Woolly Mama yarns I bought last year that are so bright and fun, so I would really like some little bits to go in with things like that for the contrasts, heels and toes and cuffs again. So they're still living in my beautiful Christmas project bag, which they'll stay in because they're my Christmas socks. My little stitch marker is what's making all the noise. It's a little bell. Did have these in my shop, but they've sold out for now, but I think I might get more for next Christmas because they were really popular. And since we're talking about Christmas, let's look at my Christmas embroidery. This is living in my another Christmassy bag with little cupcakes on it. So this is the Pretty Fabrics and Trims It's a mini quilt and it has all sorts of embroidery on it and a bit of EPP and just different little bits, which I'm finding really nice because it's really, there's a lot of interest in it. Can't remember where I got to last when I showed you this, so I might not have actually done much progress, but at the moment I am working on the stack of quilts, which is really sweet down here, like little patchwork quilts. So the top one I think is little hexes, and then the one I'm doing just now is little squares. Haven't actually picked this up for quite a while now that I'm seeing it. I'm remembering it's been ages since I've worked on it, so maybe I'll get back to that again. I seem to do things in a bit of a rotation. You know, I get really into one thing and then I just want to work on that all the time. So yeah, it's kind of slow going, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me at all. There will always be winters and I'll always want to work on it, so that's fine. I'm in no rush to get it finished. My cat has obviously spotted another cat outside and she's run into all the windows in the house to get a better view. So yeah, if you hear darting about, then it's her. So that's my embroidery, and I've got some exciting progress to show you. Haven't shown this for a while on a vlog, but before Christmas, quite a while before Christmas, I started my very first jumper. So I'm doing the Amiata Sweater, which is by the Knit Purl Girl. And it's a really simple jumper, which is just what I wanted. It's got a lovely neck as well, which I was a little bit worried about when I was looking for jumpers, because I hate anything too high, too tight. If I have a jumper that's too high and tight, I am like clawing at it all day. I can't stand tight stuff around my neck. So I'm glad to say this one is perfect. So are you ready to see my progress? It's really exciting. Look, it actually is starting to look like a jumper. I'm so excited by this. So the neck is like a double folded over one, so you knit sort of the double the length and you fold it over and attach it. So it's so soft. I'm using Drops Nepal, which is a mixture of wool and alpaca. It is incredibly soft. So I've separated for the sleeves, and as soon as I've done that, it just looks like a jumper, doesn't it? And it looks like what other people post when they're knitting jumpers. So I feel like I'm a knitter now. So I'm really excited. So first thing I did when I separated the sleeves, my needles are jangling, was put everything on waste yarn and tried it on, which was just so exciting. I've made a bit of a mistake in my arm bit, because when you take off the stitches for the sleeve, it says then make 5 new stitches, which I did, but I've put them on here with the sleeve, but it actually should have been, they should have been body stitches. So I've done that both sides, and I've knitted a good bit down now, so I'm not ripping it out to go back, but that now means my body is 10 stitches less than it should be. But I noticed that after I tried it on, and it did fit me fine when I tried it on. Well, I'm hoping it blocks out quite a bit, because I don't want a jumper that's skin tight. So I hope when I block it, I'm going to block it quite severe, if that's a thing. I want it to be like sloppy. I don't want a fitted jumper, but I'm really happy with it. There are a couple of small mistakes that I know I made early on, because my stitch markers kind of slid under the stitches and moved, I think. But I don't care, don't mind, it's my first jumper. Of course there will be mistakes, but all in all, I mean, it looks alright, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm really liking just working on the body and going round and round. I think I'm going to have to order shorter circulars for the sleeves, because I don't want to be doing them on, I think that's maybe 80 or a metre cables, I'm not sure, I think it's 80. Yeah, I don't want to be doing the sleeves on them, so I need to order some shorter ones. But yes, I think from now on I'm past the difficult bit. The neck and the yoke was like quite challenging, but I think the rest of it's just going to be simple. So yeah, really excited to do that. It's using up yarn so quickly, so I hope I've got enough. I'm knitting the small jumper, which I wouldn't have thought I would knit the small. I would have thought I would have done a medium, but I did look at the measurements and the ease and all that kind of thing, and it did seem like the small would fit me fine, and I'm usually like a 12, so I hope it's going to fit okay once I block it out and stuff. Yeah, not much more to tell you about this. It's a paid for pattern, and yeah, it does really hold your hand all the way through it, so I'm quite liking that. And there's stitch counts, and yeah, it's really easy to follow, and there's a couple of people on Instagram who have been really helpful with it as well. I think one of the people, I've forgotten what her name is, but I think she does a lot of test knitting for the Knit Pearl Girl, so I found her through just searching the hashtag of the jumper, and she was really helpful before I had started. So yeah, I would say if you're looking for an easy beginning pattern, then this is a really good one. If I can manage it, and I don't know, if you've followed me for a long time, you'll know I've talked a long time about wanting to knit a jumper and being too scared, so if I'm getting on alright with it, you know that it must be okay. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Haven't done a lot of crafting for, feels like ages, but I've had a really bad migraine over the weekend. I spent all weekend in bed, so did nothing at the weekend, which was really annoying. I would have liked to have done loads of crafting, but it wasn't to be, so feel like I haven't done any for ages. I was kind of saving it all up to do loads at the weekend, and ever since I've just been so like tired and wiped out, so haven't really done much since. I have done some sewing. I've made some crochet hook rolls which I've put into another clip, which you'll either have seen or you'll see coming up. But because I had my big crochet blanket out to use as a prop in the photo shoot, made me want to crochet. So I added another couple of rows on my blanket the other night. The first night I felt human again after my migraine. I was like, I need to do something. So I did a bit of this, and I can do this without looking as well, so that was quite helpful, because when I have a migraine, it's like my eyes, I just can't use my eyes for anything, it hurts, so I wouldn't have been able to look at this. So yeah, I looked away from it a lot when I was actually crocheting it. So I think I've added 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, I think, the other night. But yeah, just, oh, I love it so much. So this is how wide we're getting. Pretty wide actually, but that's like that way length actually rather than wide. I'll be really sad when this ends, but I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Love looking at it, I enjoy working on it, and I'm going to enjoy using it. It's at the stage now as well where it keeps me warm when I'm crocheting, which is perfect, isn't it? And it makes lovely photos as well. Whenever I take photos of it, they just, oh, they make me happy and they look so good. So yeah, just loving my blanket, and it's so cozy. So yeah, I've been doing that. And another thing that I have been making a bit of time for as well is reading, which I really enjoy, but it's just like you can't read at the same time as doing anything else, so I do find it hard to make time to do it sometimes. But what I try and do is read in the bath, or a couple of times I've actually managed to read in bed if I've gone up early enough. This is what I'm reading now. I saw it all over Instagram last year and thought, I wonder what all the fuss is. So I had it on my Christmas list, and I got it for Christmas from my mum. I am really enjoying it. I wasn't sure what to expect at all, like literally at all. I had no idea, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really easy to read. It's not, there's nothing like, although it's about a murder club, there's nothing graphic or scary or that would give you nightmares. So yeah, it's just, I'm loving it. It's really nice, and there's a sequel to it as well called The Man Who Died Twice, so I think I'm going to end up getting that from the library next as well, because it's just really easy reading and not predictable at all. I've no idea where the story's going to go. There's been a few twists and turns already, but I would recommend this to anyone just looking for a nice easy read. So I think that as you caught up on everything I've been doing, I've managed to do a little bit of cooking and baking as well, which has been nice. I did make banana loaf, deliciously Ella banana loaf a few weeks ago, and I made some peanut butter energy balls, which I think would be lovely with a drizzle of chocolate on them. Then they'd be a bit more like a Reese's Pieces. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that is all I've got to catch you up on, but that's a lot. I've been doing a lot of crafting, which has been good. And it's that time of year again where I can get out in the garden. I gave it a good clear up a few weeks ago, and I filled up my garden waste bin which gets emptied by the council only, I think, once a month in the winter, so it's just been emptied today. So now that that's empty, I can go and clear out the other half of the garden, and I've got pruning to do. Need to do my apple tree. I need to cut back some of my clematis. I want to rake up all the old, oh, what's it called? The big grassy stuff. It's got orangey red flowers on it, and I always forget the name. Montbretia, maybe? Not sure. And I've got some wallflowers which I want to plant out along the back of my fence, because I hadn't realised they were perennials, but they will come back every year, so they'll flower, which will be really nice and add a little bit of colour as well, because like red and orange. So maybe this weekend I'll be out in the garden and working on all my crafts, as long as I don't get another migraine. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, I think, for today. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to tell you. Journaling. I'm going to do a spring journaling pack, because we had the winter journal kit. I'm going to do a spring journal kit, and I'm going to do seasons throughout the year as well. So look out for those. I'm gathering stuff now for the spring one. I've got the stuff all in order. I'm going to make a few bits to go in that as well, and they will go on sale sometime this month. Can't be more specific because I don't know at the moment. It's just all coming together now, so stay tuned here, and especially on my Instagram. That's the best place to follow me to get any updates like in good time. So yeah, I'll let you know when they're going to go on sale, but it will be soon. I think I need to do that. I do need to get on with that either. Maybe the end of this week or next week, so keep an eye out. The numbers are going to be really limited, because I've only ordered like so much stuff for them. There won't be like extras or spares really. I've got loads of new like springtime stuff coming to my shop as well though, so you can add to your journals with some of that stuff. I think that's probably all I've got to tell you now. Okay, I will leave it there and I'll sign off, and I'll see you again next time. Remember, and let me know if you have any neon scraps that you would like to swap with me. Okay, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. I've actually managed to do a bit of sewing lately, so I had a little small shop update with some fabric baskets in it. This one is still left. I don't know how, it's absolutely beautiful. So that's in my shop still at the moment, and I've made some project bags. They are just waiting on their drawstrings. I had this mermaid fabric for ages and haven't used it yet, but it's so pretty. And this one has got a nice metallic cuff. And then I've done a few others and some pretty fabrics that I haven't used for a while. This combination was in one of the mystery boxes I did last year, maybe autumn I think. I just like the fact it's got the navy and the mustard, and it had that same lining as well. And then I've used that for lining this one, and then I've got this new fabric with pretty birds on as well. So I'm going to get the drawstrings in those and get those photographed and in the shop as soon as possible. There's also some really pretty crochet hook rolls in my shop at the moment. Made these up this week and thought I would add some lovely crochet lace as the tie on these ones. I think they've turned out beautifully. And some I've got the ribbon on, so I've just done some really pretty fabric combinations for these ones. So these are all in the shop now, and yeah, you can store your crochet hooks in there. You could probably pop a little pair of scissors in, pen or pencil, and if you need crochet hooks, I do have rose gold ones in my shop. Oh, that one's really metallic. Love a bit of metallic. I've been drastically trying to finish up my Christmas journaling. I'm a little behind, but not to worry. So I've added in some of the pages of our Christmas presents. So this was Joshua's pile after Santa had been, and I've added a wax seal to the page, but as you can see it's not turned out great. I used these sort of candlesticks, so you light it at the tip and then you let it drip onto where you want it, but by the time you've got enough wax, the first few drips have dried up too much and have gone quite hard, so they're not really great for doing a whole circle of seal. So I've kind of only got half a seal, and it has a deer on it. I'm not sure whether to take that out or not. I'm not very happy with it, but happy with the rest of the page. And then I've got some of my Christmas presents that I received. So that's them wrapped, and then that's them opened up. At this point I feel like I'm just shoving stuff on the pages, and then I did a little page here. I got a pack of die cuts for myself, not for the shop, so I went through those and pulled out a few pretty ones. Look at that, how nice is that? Hot cocoa and fuzzy socks, and that is like gold metallic. I'm quite tempted to get this pack for my own shop for next year because they are beautiful as well. So all of these ones were out with the same pack, but they're just such nice colours as well, the pink and the aqua. And then this paper was just from a paper pack that I've already got. And yet another hot chocolate. So I'm almost done with my Christmas journaling. I think I have got another page I want to add in with my Christmas socks. That's the yarn, and I have done a bit more on my socks, so I need to print off another picture, I think, of the socks underway. And then I'm going to check my camera roll, see if there's anything else I want to print out. I might almost be finished with the Christmas journaling, so that will be good to be able to move on and maybe use some other embellishments other than Christmassy stuff.